What up, guys? So I was working on a shot for my friend's thesis film, and there's a shot where the kid was there and the dad was in the background, and he gets up and walks away, and your focus is mainly on him. It's just a very short shot. I'll loop it for you. And but when you look at the kid's eye lines, he's like, "Huh, pony?" And then he looks back, and then he gets him back on track. So his eye lines are just completely off. This is where they want him to. We want him to be right here. But he's like, dang, that's the only take that looked good for like with the movement of the actor and the kid, except for the eyes. So I brought into After Effects, and I like 10 minutes later, I'm like, huh, this worked pretty good. And you can see the final results here. You can see it's a left eye's a little droopy, but I could fix that easy right now. But you can see before, after and after and I'll get it. After and before, after. So, alright, let's get to this. So, let's duplicate our footage 3 times. I said 3. And let's find a frame where he's looking properly. This frame looks good, so let's Command Shift D this frame, just so we break it, so we know. And you can add a marker, but whatever. And alright, now let's call this one the right eye, and we'll call this one the left eye. And we'll call this end footage. That sounds like a good name. And right here we want the eyes to switch back to the real state. So Alt and then end bracket. So that way it'll switch right here. Since we're going to make a freeze frame out of these two. And we want the one that comes back to be the frame it left on. Or starts on now. So time, freeze frame, both those. So now the eyes are just drooping along as the shot moves on. Alright, so now eyes are, there shouldn't be any, okay. I thought it was moving for some reason. Alright, so right eye. Let's do it. We're going to go over, depending on what perspective, this is going to be the right eye. Just know which one you're doing. If you want to do the kid's eye, that could be his left. I don't care. So, too much. G, click. Let's go around the inside. There. I'm going to cut off this little specular spot right here. And cut it off. Alright, so we got the right eye. Right there. And let's do the left eye. Select it, go over, G. Just take your time. It's not going to take you long, so let's make it look nice. Definitely around here, since the eye is in it, getting nice. I don't know what I'm saying. Just trying to entertain you while I rotoscope. And there we go. Now you can see the eyes are just freeze frames of the spot, and right when it goes here, it picks up to where it left off. So now we gotta, let's just select both of these and hit F and give it a feather of 2. For right now, we'll see if that looks good. And let's get the eyes in place on the first frame. You can turn this off. Try to just get it along the top. You can see that's not matching up completely right yet, but it's getting the general idea. Right there. So you can see we got some problems on the bottom, and over here on the bottom it doesn't line up all the way. So let's fix those now. If you didn't guess already, I got my liquify tool on deck. So let's chop that in. And the first brush is the smear. So we're gonna just hold command and drag to the left to make this a little smaller. And make sure you don't hit the eye. And we're just gonna drag all these points into place. Affecting the eye there. Don't want to mess up with the eye. Right here, make it a little really small. And just drag it. It's okay, so now that's filling up the whole eye. And liquify, drag into the right eye. Same thing. Drag it down. You might be able to get away with this. There we go. I'm going to edit on the end just a little bit just to make it add some more feathering. Alright, so that looks good. I can live with that. Alright, I'm just going to turn off the eyes for now, and I'm going to make 2 null objects. Null, and duplicate, and call one the right null, or right track, or whatever, however you want to remember it. And then click on your footage, and hit track. There we go. And just gonna add target and do the left one first. Why? Because I want to. And we're going to track this point right here. Let's make sure we got a good spot. Because we don't want the eyeball movement, because his eyeball moves more than just his head moves. So you don't want eye to be just the whole thing just flinging all over, since we don't have control over just the pupil per se. So we're going to track this, make sure at the beginning. So, okay. Oh, it's because it's not, the shot's a lot longer, I trimmed it up. But that's good enough. Alright, so we'll apply that. And now our left null has tracking data, it should. Hit P on it, yep. Okay, go on our footage again and hit track. Make sure that target is the right eye, and we're going to move it over to this corner right here, and we're going to track this, make it a little bigger, why not? First frame, track forward. Alright, perfect. As long as it makes it, oh, it does not make it all the way. Let's redo it. Maybe if we just make this smaller and move it over a little more. Alright, let's see if that time it made it to the end. I think that might work. We'll see, and we'll fix it if it doesn't. Alright, so let's close that up and that. So we can hit our nulls in case we get more data than we need, and just Alt click on them. There we go. Okay, so we can reveal our eyes now and turn off our nulls. So we don't need to see them. Go to the first frame where we lined everything up. And let's parent our left eye to our left null, and our right eye to our right null. And if all goes according to plan, which it never does, let's see what happens. Wow, that actually worked. One little, no, actually, I can live with that, but I know it's coming from the liquify tool on the left eye right there. Right there, his eye is cut off. So let's see if this is the problem here. We turn it all the way down, no? I think we might be able to actually fix that with the liquify tool. because it looks a little not right. So let's go back to our smear, make this up, make it more of a circle, and let's see if I can just smear some white across this, since I don't feel like painting it in because I'm lazy. Actually, we have a clone, so we can that, and just I'm holding down Alt and clicking, and then scaling up, and just paint that out. You can see it's working. It doesn't seem to be working for some reason. Oh, it's definitely working. Alright, well that should be, it still doesn't look... Oh, perfectionist, right there. That looks like a sphere eye. And on the... Ooh, that's not what I wanted. This eye, we can go back to the right eye. And we can smear this down more. In a different position, it was a little off. From the bottom. And our top, maybe. Got a little droopy eye there. You can't really tell from that angle. And I think I moved his eye because it kind of hops at the end now. Oh, fixing stuff and then messing up. But you get the idea. I don't want to bore you with making this perfect, because you can go wherever it pops, right there. Go to the frame before, and hit P, a keyframe, go to the next frame, bring it back, go to the next frame, and then it's back. And then now let's see what happens. Looks smooth. You could pick out details all you want, but you know, with it, you're looking at him, you're like, oh, that's fine. And then you're like, oh, the guy's moving. Then your eyes are away from him, and it's only for a quick second. So I call that a successful shot. Add some color correction up in her, and you're good. So I hope you enjoy adjusting eye lines. Make people look at it whatever you want. Don't get inappropriate, and I will see you guys later. Peace.